Day 3, baby. Back at TMS again. Track's a little quiet right now. I unfortunately had to switch out of the cowboy hat because it's the most unfunctional hat I've ever owned, but it's also the raddest hat I've ever owned. And we about to take this thing off, so the boy right here could be in the main show.
Kinda.
What you mean by kinda? Oh yeah, we was painting that yesterday. And right as the sun's coming up. Yeah, we getting in the infield. made it in the big show. Car's all prettied up. We repping turn 14.
What's up, dude?
Yo, it's too hot out here.
It's way too hot out here. Way too. I'm taking advantage of this while I can.
I feel you. I feel you.
AC?
Dang. Cleans up nice. All right. I'm going around asking everybody, who you think qualifies number 1 in pro?
Qualifies number 1 in pro. Oh, man. Oh, man. I wasn't ready for this. You know who I'd like to see qualify number 1 in pro?
Yeah, pick your favorite driver.
My boy Chelsea, man.
That's who I'm hoping to. I'm gonna choose him and Ryan Turk.
I can see Turk. Turk turned it up
both
this year.
of them deserve a dub today.
Turk turned it up this year, so I can see either him or Turk. That'd be good.
All right, Nick, who you calling number 1 in pro?
In qualifying?
Yes.
James Dean. I don't know.
All right, James Dean. For Pro 1 qualifying, and this is what a good qualifying run would look like. What you'll see is he clears all of the zones, making very minimal corrections. And also, he's sponsored by Toyota's Frederick Osbo. So it's one of the fastest cars out here. It's probably one of the lightest too, and probably one of the best built too. So, got about another 20 minutes before Pro 1 qualifying. Gonna see some guys really lay it out on their first run.
You know, it's been pretty tremendous. Here we go. Taylor Hall, who just came off a victory at Holly Performance LS Fest. He's piloting that Comp Cam's Cadillac ATS-V. Look at him whip it into that third outfall. See how he handles this. Absolute spot on. And across that finish line and that front clip. A 0 on his first run, Ken Gucci, and there it is.
Oh shit, we got the whole
with
game.
a 0
What
on
up,
his first
baby?
run.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What up, dog?
Kenshiro Gucci, Ready Performance Products, Toyota Racing, Achilles Tires, Toyota 86.
Just because he drives an 86,
Just got back
he's gonna do well.
where was it?
Going
Somewhere
right
in Gucci, as Joao betting on round out the top 5. As now we're currently sitting 14th. Ken Gucci, his first run. A lot of smoke coming out of that vehicle, and that's a good thing. With scrubbing a lot of speed, Ryan, you saw him correct those front wheels to get in that second outer zone. I mean, hammered down, absolutely putting the brick on the pedal. Quick little lift there, approaching that final front clip. He's currently sitting in 13th, 13th. Lucky number 13. Him and his RTR teammate, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Vaughn sitting in 7th. Ford Mustangs. Definitely doing well this year. And a 91 for Ken Gucci, a 91 for Ken Gucci. So looks like he leads the pack now. So some great driving there. And there it is. So 27.
You're gonna do well.
Wow, Ryan, that's a very impressive score. So overall, just consistent across the board. You can see 27th. Here we go with Chelsea Denofa. Denofa bringing it into that outer zone. See that front right coming to a halt. Wow, Denofa he does. Throws him off of that front clip a little bit, gets all the way into that the final outer zone, but man, phasing. Here we go. Car may look the same, but very different. Changed up a little bit, but of course the driver the tall, mean, lean green, the machine, James Dean, our defending champion, two-time defending champion. And this is a good indicator just to show you, it might be a gift that his teammate went right ahead because what the vehicles are capable of doing and how he does it maybe a little more refined. Not saying that that was, but it's interesting. Look at that, knocking over those rear outside zone indicators.
96.
What you got, Seabass?
Yeah.
Y'all got 98?
97.
Great job on outside zone 1, right at the edge there.
I'm gonna call it 99 on some bullshit. He might get it.
Slow flying. Yeah,
See, it falls over barely.
He knocks it over with momentum. And his outside zone. So again, James Dean, solid here. This is going to be right up there. Really no mistakes. He may have been deeper into outside zone 3 than the other two 97s that we've seen. So once again, James Dean showing that he is arguably the best drifter in the world right now, and on the precipice of 3 championships here in Formula Drift back to back to back, with a few guys that can't stop him, but he's been on a mission the second half of the season.
All right, looks like Kyle Pollard walking with him there, and a 99, a near perfect run, 1 point. Lontaine just didn't want to give him that.
I told y'all.
Lontaine, put your
I
headset on.
told y'all.
I got it. I got a 99.
I called the
1
99.
point. Where was the 1 point?
I called that 99, baby.
Outside zone 4, if you looked at what Odie did, the way he threw the car in, he's
They got
a greater degree.
You better
of
get a 99 on your run, dog.
Yeah,
right.
Much better on the transition, and it was just a slight hesitation from James in that area that I didn't know I was going to be the only one deducting a point,
All right.
but I ended up being the guy that kept him away from his 100-point run. But
let's do
got
this
to catch
one
those little things when
without
they
even
occur.
seeing him
I would have
run.
walked
What y'all
down
gonna
a dark alley with 2 tall gentlemen named
98.
Candy Machine.
I'm gonna call it 90. I'm gonna call it 97.
Yeah, stay in the line.
For what?
All
For
no
Oslo.
joking aside, our
Before you
new
even
Black
run.
Magic
I'll let
top
you know when I see
qualifier, James the Machine Dean.
That's no
Frederick
fun. You're
Oslo
supposed
would
to
love
call
to
before
take
you
him
run.
down
Get the
because
fuck up.
they're only separated by 1 point. So now, qualifying gets interesting as far as standings going to head-to-head tomorrow. The Norwegian Hammer, Frederick Oslo, fills that second outer zone. Keep in mind, 4-cylinder turbo nitrous. The Toyota races Toyota Corolla hatchback. Gets out to the outer zone. Don't know if exactly that's going to deliver. Liked the execution, and Ryan, if that was his point of contention, getting in that outer zone,
All right, so you calling
wasn't
it
as dynamic
88.
as
I'm calling it
Cody's was as well.
97.
94. Yeah,
91.
91.
You calling the 91.
Run number 2. And he definitely
All right,
got some points
I'm
on the
still
table.
calling it 97 just because they want to keep the championship race interesting.
And then right here, see, he's just kind of about on the inside of outside zone 3, just right at the edge of the course there, so no way he's going to be able to solidify full line points there. And we'll see if the judges deducted anything further from that. But after the last 2 runs we've seen, the last 3 runs we've seen from Bakchis, Visek, and Dean, you can certainly see a point of differentiation between Frederick Oslo and those runs.
They might.
Yeah,
really
like you
doubt
said,
it.
on that outside zone 3, just kind of early on, got into it and got out, approaching that first front clip, that inside clip. So we'll get Osbo's score, and we'll
Texas
take a
for you.
short break here as we'll go right back into it. The second run for all our drivers here at Texas Motor Speedway Advanced Auto Parts Showdown, presented by Rain-X. And an 87, so an 87 there for Frederick Osbo.
All right, Nick, you got it. You
Slides
got
him
it.
into. And here we go with Jonathan Castro here on his second run. Out that outside zone, if you can recall, didn't seem just totally calm and collected on his first run, but now really putting it down. And into that final front clip, Ryan. Castro on his first run had a score of an 8. Our schedule will be, we have qualifying scheduled till 2:30 if we need that, but we will have autograph session, then after that Pro 2 practice, then going right into Pro 2 qualifying for the remaining drivers. Right now, Chelsea DeNova, he stepped up in a big way on his first run. He had a 92 on his first run. I have a feeling he's gonna air it out. He's gonna get nasty. Here we go. Say howdy, get rowdy. Hamilton right at the judges. Finishing around, coming into that final outer zone. Sticks with it and brings it around, getting some applause, even people on their feet getting hyped for Chelsea DeNova and that beat. And you can see how it's reflected in the scores. Again, this is where the basically where they land, but head-to-head is where it counts. The final one. This is it. Our final driver. It's do or die. Live free or die. The driver from New Hampshire in that gum-out Toyota Racing Toyota 86, Ryan Turk. He needs to get a score here on the board. Again, he got that victory in New Jersey, past that outside zone into the third. That could be two. Oh man, he was flirting with that. Really kind of massaging it out to that outside zone, but he does get.
Okay, I'm not gonna say that. So, who do you think qualifies number 1 Pro 2?
we need to save this for tomorrow and get ideal conditions. And these guys have to be stoked to just get the better vision here. Dimitri gets out to that second outer zone, into the third, really ripping through, hitting in the dirt now. Oh, buddy, all the way out to the outer zone. Kind of hits it very briefly, but does get out there. Dimitri.
Or higher, plus a good backup score. So here we go. Riley Sexsmith, second run of the afternoon. 71, starting off pretty good. Fills that first outside zone, looking pretty smooth here. Gets to outside zone 2, right at the edge of the course, and moving through outside zone 3, pushing now wrapping through, hitting that outside zone number 4, and a little bit of angle reduction there, and also pushing wide on that final section of the curve from Andy Haley. He's going to be underway, so a lot of pressure here for Haley. At 69 on his first run. Bit of a late start on the throttle, but good line here now, pushing out. Trying to push out wide. He's going to leave a little bit on the table. Looks like he's struggling through the center section, but now trying to get back. Bit of full angle there through inside clip number 1. He's going to outside 2-4 completely. And will that be enough?
Looks like they never fixed the bump.
Ryan, there was a couple moments there where it got a little bit hairy from your perspective. Let's walk through this replay.
You're right. On the initiation, he was a little bit late on throttle. So there's outside zone 1. He's only really getting on throttle midway through that zone.
Are you ready to be out
getting
here?
wide out to outside zone 2 here, and right here he straightens up completely.
If you don't qualify
That's
number
gonna
1,
be an incomplete on
at least one.
him, unfortunately, because of that.
Mark my
Because
words.
you can hear the
I
motor
get to
breaking
kick him
up.
in the back of the
There's,
leg.
Probably some kind of mechanical issue there.
Is that a
It
bet?
was on the dyno before this event, so I don't know if they were trying to tune the engine for
Which
some
leg?
reliability or something like that. But,
Leg of your choice.
unfortunately, he's going to get
All right.
an incomplete on that front
All right.
due to that.
It's not going to be a hard kick, but now
So unfortunately,
it's on the
for Andy
record.
Haley,
you don't qualify number 1 at least once, I'm kicking you in the back of your
not been
shit.
able to move on into competition with the exception.
Ryan, our next driver, was the number 1 qualifier in St. Louis, was he not?
If my memory serves me correctly.
Yes, I think so.
Adam LZ, good score the first time around, 72, but he's got to do better here. He's pushing, nice work into outside zone 1. Great angle, really fast. Outside zone 3, this is looking like much more St. Louis-esque than we saw in his first run, except for that little bit of section there. Overshoots the final inch.
Gotta get that legit stuff, man.
Pulling up next, Dustin Miles.
I want to see him take that car if I can. There's this whole bank.
And there's Troy Manners in 84, so he does not better, but look at that, with an 88, he sits in third. Dustin Miles now on the start line.
Woo!
Alec Robbins leads the pack. Garrett Den, Troy Manners, Ola Yeager, and Adam LZ. Here comes Miles. Always has that cool kind of JDM style to all his rides. And now Miles, fluid through the outside zone, kind of exits it a little early, but dials it in on the second. Speed and then counters. And Ryan, this is where it gets difficult here, about an unchaseable run shortly. So Alec Robbins just pulling to the side of Kelsey Rawlings.
So, who do you think
Kelsey
wins?
qualifying 16th, Alec Robbins qualifying 1st.
I'm thinking Alec Robbins. Yeah. Him or Ebola. Yeah, they was both looking strong. Guess we'll see.
All right, so just making sure that everything is where it should be as far as the track goes. Illuminate when they extinguish, they're ready to send it, and here we go, our first battle here in Texas, 2019. All right, we got a proper start here. Alec Robbins initiates into that big sweeper. kicking it out. Oh, it looks like he gets a little bit of angle out of it, allowing Kelsey Rawlings to gain some ground. Now into the power round. Like I said, this is going to be a big arm wrestling match here between the vehicles. And Alec with the wide swing, Kelsey actually tightening it up. Alec was a rocket ship out of the gate there, Ryan.
Yeah, he did, carrying that momentum from last round. Let's take a look at this as Kelsey Rawlings tries to chase.
8. Kelsey will now be up front. And Robbins in the chase position. Looks like, and away they go. Kelsey Rawlings out of the gate, and looks like she gained some ground. Oh, and look at that. She scrubs some speed. Alec gets there, but then she kind of puts it back out there. Don't know if there was an issue. But now Kelsey really turned it up through that power. Filling all of that. Taking a tighter line. Really getting close to the proximity. And he just goes for it. Right there, tucked into the smoke. And LZ makes a correction. Straightens up quite a bit there now. She's dragging bumper. And crossing the finish line goes Schulte. Spins out. And LZ fortunately stops right there, Ryan.
Well, LZ definitely played a harder game, but I think it's going to pay off for him.
Yeah.
He dives right in there to Schulte. Schulte, big angle in outside zone 3, but LZ, proximity, really close here, keeping it close to that back bumper, navigating through the smoke line. He did straighten up a little bit there, as you said, Jared, but he was able to keep it and drift through this section of the course, match the transition there, also followed the line out to outside zone 4, and then drove through the smoke line. As you can see, Schulte spinning there just past the finish line. So either way, it would be a mistake for Schulte. That's where we saw that little tiny flub from LZ coming through the center section. But you have to imagine from what we saw in run number 1, it should be enough for.
I believe that we call that.
Might be seeing some more flames underneath Schulte's vehicle, but slide him right for Adam LZ. Andrew Schulte gets knocked out, but Adam LZ gets the victory. I know he's got a lot of fans here and across the globe, but Adam LZ gets the victory. The signature lifeguard hat, and there we are seeing Schulte helmet off. And unfortunately, his car catching fire again.
It was so bad, his car gave
I
him.
don't know exactly what is going on there.
Dang.
But we'll get him out of here.
Yeah, get him out of
we'll
here.
Continue
man.
on.
Get him out. He gotta go.
And it looks like we will be moving here momentarily. Manner's already in the chute over there. And we'll see when we get Sexsmith over to the pre-grid. So look at that. So again, Tim Cobb can do that. That is allowed in the chase position to allow for any sort of horsepower compensation, as we're seeing some sparks coming from Tim Cobb's vehicle here. Oh, and Cobb. Oh man, look at this flexing. Woo, we're seeing sparks, we're seeing contact. Like you said, Ryan, Friday 13th. Whoa, and Tim Cobb, major mistake there, covering the smoke. And now ripping around that final clip.
That boy got lost.
Well, let's take a look at this again. That was a weird start. You can see the sparks, but watch how slow it looked like Jaeger. Big e-brake pull. And Cobb comes right up to him.
Yeah, there's no smoke coming out of that car until the latter portion of that outside zone.
Yeah, so I think that's, I mean, luckily that didn't result in anything crazy, but that'll definitely be a deficit on a Jaeger. But then we see the big straightening there a bit after that by Cobb in the chase position. I mean, Cobb is actually did a really great job to avoid major contact or potential incident on initiation. That was a big handful of e-brake from Jaeger right after initiation and almost into the first part of the outside zone.
Yeah. No, I was so busy focusing on Tim Cobb, seeing if anything more was going to happen just with the naked eye, and then I wasn't even focused on Jaeger. And like you say, he did a good job of avoiding some major contact there, getting the side of Jaeger, but definitely a couple times. So let's alternate the order. Tim Cobb here. He will get the clean air, as clean as it can be with all this smoke and lights. And eeriness, as you say, Ryan. This is the first battle of the other side of the bracket.
We'll get a move on it. Damn.
And we are clear to send here the second run for these gentlemen. Let's see, and extinguished now. There we go. So we got a clean start so far. Make sure don't hit any cones. And here goes Cobb out front. Comes Tim Sparky Cobb over here. It looks like he's having, and look at Yeager in the chase position. He's having major problems with that vehicle, unfortunately. And Tim Cobb could very well walk away from this. I was giving a lot of accolades to Yeager. He got into the wall. Whoa, and Cobb overcooks it, keeps it sideways, but that could have gotten ugly.
Yeah, this is getting kind of weird here because, watch this, you see the initiation by Cobb. Now, Yeager really does not initiate or even start drifting. He's straight there, opposite drift. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's an incomplete in the chase by Yeager just at first pass. And if you think that there's an incomplete from Cobb coming through the center section, you also have to think about, and watch this, Yeager again drive straight right there. So it's really interesting thinking about all the incidents that happened in those battles or those two runs, because Yeager made a big mistake on initiation, big e-brake hand pull. Cobb actually saved it pretty well, but then Cobb straightened out through that center section. Yeager in his chase run really didn't initiate, opposite drifted, had to readjust, then he straightened through the finish line. So both drivers made mistakes in the chase, and Yeager in his lead position really didn't give an opportunity for Cobb, from initiation, which I think maybe potentially there could be something wrong with the car. So, I don't know, this is when you don't want to be a judge.
This is when you just want them to drive and go all out and make sure their cars are 100%, but yeah, Yeager. So slide them left for Cobb, right for Yeager. Ryan says, Andy, so, one more time. Ryan, Lontaine, okay, we talked about this.
Damn, son. We done got. Yo! Oh, we got.
Hey, what's up? You YouTube, bro?
Yeah, I do.
She does too. Make sure you tag her. She's called the stick. No, what's her new Instagram?
Oh God, I don't
Vanessa
know.
Styles 33.
33.
No underscore, no caps. That doesn't mean anything.
I mean, I don't know if she gonna want to be on camera for this, bro. We done got. Bucky special.
Actually, so the guy that gave it originally to me came up to me last.
Dang. Oh, somebody ain't right for this.